January 14th, 1984. On a bright, sunny morning on Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, truck driver Louis Gallant found himself with only seconds to make a decision that would mean a friend's one chance to survive. Deciding to try to save his friend could bring his own life crashing to a tragic end.
It's been 6 years since Louis left the trucking life behind and started his own woodworking business. He and his wife Marion and their 2 children, Todd and Tanya, live in the Prince Edward Island community of Wellington. It's a much different life than he was living on the road. Wayne Waite and his wife live only 12 miles from his friend Louis Gallant in the town of St. Eleanor's, PEI. Like Louis, he's moved away from trucking, enjoying a less stressful routine than a trucker's life.
Some people think they're just great to be able to sit on their bum and, you know, enjoy the ride, but it's a little different story when you have to do it 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It was shortly after dawn on that day in '84 when Louis Gallant ran into his buddy Wayne Waite.
So I left St. John with a load of steel, just happy going. I don't think I was going to stop that morning, but when I spotted Wayne's truck sitting at the truck stop, I figured now, wake him up like he's probably been sleeping there for a while. It didn't matter to me if he just slept 15 minutes anyway. I was going to wake him up anyway.
Not very often I've seen Lou running down Cape Breton. He didn't run down that much. He usually run up the other way. And it was a surprise to see him, you know, see a friend wake you up in the morning that you're not expecting.
Did you sleeping too much? Oh, yeah. Ready to go in for breakfast or what?
Sounds good.
Yeah, come on in.
One of the rituals of life on the road is a good meal in a favorite truck stop. It's the social center of the long-haul trucker's working life, a chance to catch up on business news and check in with friends.
He's quite a character to run along with. Like, he keeps everything lively, like, yeah, he's a good guy to truck with.
After breakfast, Wayne and Louis decided to run together for a while. Wayne was heading for North Sydney with a 42,000-pound load of frozen French fries on its way to Newfoundland. Louis's 22,000 pounds of steel was destined for Sydney. Traveling together in CB contact would give them a chance to talk, to pass the time catching up on news of their families. The route they were heading for was a particularly spectacular one, over Kelly Mountain and through some of the prettiest scenery on the east coast of Canada.
We usually, once in a while, run down together, and it was usually to drop the trailer off, pick up another one, come back. We'd usually come back up the road together, and, you know, it kind of breaks up the trip. You have somebody to talk to, and makes the trip a little more easier.
Well, what seems to be the holdup? I don't know. She was kind of acting up on me a while ago, but she's starting to work a lot better than now. Yeah, I see that. I see you're approaching along there.
Louis never goes by. He kind of usually stays behind. But anyway, for some particular reason that morning, he decided he'd pull out and go by me. Kind of teased him and chuckled him a little bit. Thought it was kind of different to see the back end of his trailer for a change. But
yeah, they're gonna get a little bit tight up ahead there, like, give me a shout as soon as I'm clear.
Well, will do, Lou. Will do. Okay, you can bring her in.
Cape Breton Island is the easternmost part of Nova Scotia and is home to the Cabot Trail, named for the explorer John Cabot. It's a touring route, popular with tourists for its rugged scenery, but on this day there were few pleasure vehicles on the road, and the 2 truckers were enjoying an easy run. As they approached the top of Kelly Mountain, Wayne and Louis both took the opportunity to check out their brakes, standard safety practice before a long descent.
I tried the brakes at the top of the mountain. They seemed to work good. When you come over the top of that hill, it's a long way down. It's a treacherous mountain, and you come down with no brakes. You figure it's the end.
Wayne hit the brakes again on the first turn down the mountain, and nothing happened. A minute before, the brakes were fine. Now, suddenly, they were gone.
Where you, Lou? You go ahead. I got no brakes, buddy. Are you joking, Wayne? Wayne joking around all the time. I figured he was just joking. So I said, yeah, you joking or what? And he came back on the radio. Then I knew he was serious. No, I'm not joking, man. I got nothing. I'm going to have to try to dynamite her.
Dynamiting the brakes is a trucker's last resort when they fail. It acts like an emergency backup, supplying air to all the brakes on the tractor and trailer, locking them all. For Wayne Waite, a last resort that failed. His entire braking system had malfunctioned.
Tried that, it didn't work. So I kept coming faster. Didn't know what to do. Thought I'd have to jump at one point. Louis says, don't jump, so I stayed with it and come out of the S-turns. I said, Louis, I'm picking up too much speed. I just can't get out of it.
You better take him to the back of mine there. I'll try to get you stopped.
A maneuver that could send both of them out of control.
Man, I'm just like a runaway train. I don't think you'd ever do it. I haven't got much choice.
We gotta try it, okay? I'm gonna hang this thing up here now. You just run it in the back of mine. You make sure it's nice and straight. We don't want to miss on this.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up and I tell you I'm coming straight on.
Okay. He was gaining fairly fast, so I wanted to try to match his speed, so I started picking up speed, and when we came out of the S-series turn, he was right there.
Louis braced himself for the jolt he knew was coming. If Wayne hit off-center, both trucks could jackknife into a deadly crash.
Okay now, Lou.
My biggest fear was that he was going to bounce off, and hit again maybe a couple of times, and that I'd lose him. And then I realized we weren't slowing down at first. Like it was like we were like being on a toboggan going downhill. Like, you know, all of a sudden I could feel she was starting to slow down a bit. But I still, at that time, I still thought we might have to go around the turn. She slid for about a half a mile, and then I realized that it was starting to grab, and you could feel it slowing down some. Then then I realized it was going to stop before the turn, which that kind of big relief. Then load off your mind, yeah, we've made it. Like, you know, we're going to make it. But I didn't know if Wayne was hurt back there and stuff, so I just jumped out and ran back to see. Wayne! All the chains broke except one, like in 22,000 pounds of steel moved back 8 feet, so like, you know, like you don't have to time to plan this when you're saying you run in the back of my truck, like, you know, a lot of things could have went wrong.
They had screeched to a stop mere feet from an S-curve that would have been the end of Wayne Waite.
We've always been buddies. Used to run each other once in a while on the road, talk, tell stories, whatever. But no, it's been a good relationship. Better now. I was there and could help him. I figured I could help him, so if I had to try. I would never want to see anybody go through it. I say it's a hard memory now, and I just don't leave it behind.
For his extraordinary bravery in saving Wayne Waite's life, Louis Gallant was awarded the Star of Courage by the Governor-General of Canada.
Every time you think about it, like it's a chill down your spine, like even to this day now. Like when you think about all what took place and all the things that could have went wrong, it's something. Like just could have been minor little detail. Like, you know, if he wouldn't have hit the trailer just the right place, it would have been all over. Like, you know.
Louis and Wayne's lives have gone in different directions since they stopped trucking, but their friendship is stronger than ever.
A chance meeting between friends on the highway and a potential tragedy becomes a story of heroic adventure. There is sometimes a very fine line drawn by chance between life and death. Fortunately for Wayne Waite, the fine line between life and death that day on Kelly Mountain was Louis Gallant.
Introducing a Little Downy. Ultra Downy. It's much smaller, and just one tiny capful gives you the fluffiest softness. Watch.
1, 1. 2, 2. 3, 3. 4, 4.
Case closed. Ultra Downy. One tiny capful for the height of softness.
Great look. Beautiful hair. And only weeks ago, she came to my salon with a problem. Dandruff. So I showed her what Head & Shoulders can do. We washed half her hair with ordinary shampoo, the other half with Head & Shoulders. With regular use of ordinary shampoo, the flakes come back. But with regular use of Head & Shoulders, look, no more flakes. Looking good, Sally.
Thanks to you.
Head & Shoulders. Dandruff care for great-looking hair.
To relieve dandruff and dandruff itch, use Denorex shampoo. The tingle tells you it's working. Denorex with conditioners for great-looking hair.
Moms are always on call, and they've learned from doctors and pharmacists that Robitussin DM is the way to treat coughs due to colds for the whole family. Almost. Robitussin DM, recommended by Dr. Mom.
Announcing the biggest advance in Quaker State's history. It's Quaker State's new advanced high-tech formula motor oil. It gives your engine superior protection against wear, superior protection against heat and stress, superior cleaning power. Protect your car's engine with new advanced Quaker State motor oil. It's formulated for today's high-tech engines. Trust your new car to Quaker State's new advanced high-tech motor oil.
A teenage boy swims through the dead of night and rescues a man thrown from his boat. A truck driver puts himself in the path of a runaway truck and saves a friend who seems destined to crash into a mountainside. John Cavender and Louis Gallant faced their test of courage with selfless perseverance, and because they did, 2 lives were saved. One person's actions can make a difference in this world. I'm Alex Trebek. Good night.
Later tonight, Hugh Downs reports on a couple's frantic search for a donor heart for their unborn child. Global's got 2020 this evening at 10. Now stay tuned for Ray Bradbury Theater, next on Global.